Morgan crouched behind the remnants of a shattered obelisk, the once mighty monument now a casualty of the relentless conflict that had overtaken his world. The battlefield stretched out before him, a tapestry of ruin under the alien sky, painted with the eerie light of a dying star. The invader before him, known in hushed tones as a Vargur, towered with a menacing presence. Its body was a work of living armor, self-healing and adaptive, negating the Earth's most sophisticated arsenals. Humanity had been forced to revert to the primitive, to the purity of steel and sweat. Morgan's sword, Requiem, was forged from the salvaged ruins of a fallen satellite, a blend of ancient craft and cosmic metal. "You cling to antiquated ways, Morgan of Earth," the Vargur's voice resonated, its translator device distorting the sibilant tones of its native language. Morgan emerged, his stance as firm as the ancient oaks of his childhood memories. "Our ways, our resolve, are eternal," he shot back, the weight of his ancestors' courage fortifying his resolve. The Vargur approached, its movements a disquieting blend of grace and lethality. With a swift maneuver it struck, a barrage from its bladed appendages that would have shredded any lesser opponent. Morgan parried with Requiem, the contact sending reverberations up his arms, the song of Earth's defiance. Their battle was a cascade of motion and countermotion, a testament to the warrior's dance that knew no planetary bounds. When Morgan found an opening, he exploited it with a thrust that slipped through the Vargur's defense, drawing a line of alien ichor. The Vargur recoiled, recalibrating its strategy. "You are a worthy adversary, Earthling. Your kind fights with a ferocity that belies your fragile forms." Morgan, breathing heavily, saw an opportunity not just to strike but to speak. "We are not merely defending a planet. We are defending a way of life. Can your kind say the same?" Morgan's eyes tracked the Vargur's every twitch, every subtle shift of its alien sinew. The creature was a master of its own form, its bladed limbs whistling through the air with a precision that could only come from years, or perhaps decades, of martial discipline. The Vargur lunged forward, its arm blades arcing towards Morgan in a double helix of death. Morgan's response was instinctual, the result of his own rigorous training. He sidestepped the first blade, feeling the rush of displaced air, and brought Requiem up in a swift, vertical block to catch the second. The impact rang like a gong, a deep, resonant clang that spoke of strength meeting strength. Morgan pivoted on his heel, turning the block into an offensive spin. Requiem sliced through the air, aiming for the Vargur's midsection. But the alien was not where Morgan had anticipated. It had recoiled with astonishing agility, its own blade sweeping in a counterattack that aimed to cleave Morgan at the waist. Dropping to one knee, Morgan ducked under the assault, the deadly edges passing mere inches above his head. He used the momentum of his descent to launch himself forward, rolling across the cracked earth to evade another series of stabs. He sprang up, Requiem at the ready, just in time to deflect a new flurry of strikes. The Vargur was relentless, each attack a blur, a testament to its otherworldly reflexes. Yet Morgan was undaunted. He absorbed the rhythm of the Vargur's offense, learning its cadence. With each parry, he began to predict, to anticipate. As the Vargur thrust forward with a strike meant to impale, Morgan twisted aside, allowing the blade to pass harmlessly by. Simultaneously, he brought Requiem around in a tight arc aimed at the Vargur's extended limb. The sword met alien flesh with a sound like tearing fabric, and a spurt of strange ichor followed. The Vargur hissed, not in pain, but perhaps in surprise. It had underestimated the human's ability to adapt, to turn defense into attack. Morgan seized the moment, pressing the advantage. He feigned a high strike, then dropped low, his blade skimming the ground and sweeping towards the Vargur's legs. But the alien was quick to adapt as well, leaping with a grace that defied its size. It landed with a thud, the ground beneath it cracking further, and without pause, it launched a counteroffensive, its blades now a storm of silver seeking Morgan's flesh. Morgan retreated under the barrage, his every step a narrow dodge from the tempest of slashes. He could not keep this up indefinitely. He needed to end this. With a shout that matched the ferocity of the storm around him, he charged into the eye of the whirlwind. The Vargr met him head-on, but Morgan's shout was not merely a battle cry. It was a feint within a feint. At the last possible moment, he dropped and slid, requiem extended. The sword's tip caught the Vargr below its arm, where the armor jointed for flexibility. The Vargr's arm, now dangling by strands of alien sinew, rendered it less effective. Morgan rose to his full height, his chest heaving with exertion, but his stance unyielding. The Vargr, with a nod that spoke of a warrior's respect, backed away, conceding the duel. The Earth Warrior extended his free hand. "Leave now. Return to your people with the tale of Earth's might and mercy." The Vargr accepted the gesture, rising to its full, imposing height. "The story of Morgan of Earth will echo through the stars," it vowed, then departed into the burgeoning night. Morgan sheathed requiem and looked skyward, where the scars of battle had not yet marred the heavens. He knew that the morrow would bring more strife, more pain, but also hope. For in the heart of every earthling beat the rhythm of an enduring legacy, and in the hands of every warrior the promise of a dawn yet to break.